Hello, hello. Can everyone hear me? It should be working now. I'm not quite sure yet, though. Hello, hello. All right, yeah, we got it. Hello everyone. Welcome back. No one's here yet, but we'll get there. Today we are ranking every Clone Wars story arc ever. As far as I know, I didn't make this tier list. I just found it and thought of, let's just do this on stream today. So that's what we're gonna be doing. Um, We've got at the bottom here most, if not all, of the Clone Wars story arcs. I kind of went through them. I think this is all of them. There is some that are combined. Like right here, you can see the Geonosis arc down here. It's combined with Brain Invaders, so both of those are together for some reason. I would have preferred them to be separate, but it's fine. I'll probably rank them the same. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. And then they also combined. Where is it? Domino Squad, wherever it is. Here it is, right here. Domino Squad. They combined. I'm pretty sure that's like Domino Squad's like first part, and then their defense on the Rishi Moon, and then the Battle of Kamino. I'm pretty sure it's those three. I could be wrong. They might have the Kamino arc somewhere in here, but since those are just one episodes, they might have combined them together. But yeah, we're gonna be starting ranking these. Oh shoot, there we go. We're good. Um, Okay, so we're gonna start with Ahsoka Framed. This is the one where Ahsoka tries to uncover the bombing of the Jedi Temple plot. And man, first of all, the Jedi Temple was bombed like 8 times during the Clone Wars. If you like watch the Clone Wars or like read any of the comics, there's so many different times it's been bombed. Like it's weird. Just like pick one or two. There's no way it's infiltrated that many times. But regardless, this is the first arc we're going into. Ahsoka Framed. It's all right. 4 episodes is a lot. Yeah. You got you got Ahsoka running from the clones with Barriss Offee, finding out she's the one who bombed the Jedi Temple. That was pretty crazy. I remember that. What else? He had Commander Fox, I think it was. Wait. Yeah, that's right, right? He's a commander. Either way, yeah, he's not great in this as always. Nobody likes Fox. Hello, Official Mech Studios. How you doing, man? And you've got her in front of the Jedi Council. You got Ki-Adi-Mundi being an absolute bum. Like the dude is just the perfect example of why the Jedi are unsuccessful throughout this entire war. It's a decent arc. It's definitely not my favorite because like it's kind of forgettable. Other than the very last episode where she leaves, man, heart wrenching, dude. Man, that arc like really, really hits you. Um, but like yeah, it's probably like an A tier if I'm being honest. I might throw it up there for now. It might move lower. Y'all think 5 tiers is fine? I mean, I think 5 is all right. 7 might be more preferred. We have a lot here, so it's gonna get crowded pretty quickly. But we'll work on that. Hold up. Okay. Yeah, I think that's where we're putting. I'm trying to remember like specific things. I rewatched some of these recently. Not all of them because some of them are not great. But I rewatched a good many of them recently just to remind myself, oh, that's what this happened. Um, Ahsoka Framed, I did not watch. I remember she gets arrested and then she escapes, and then there's like the whole sequence of like wherever she is, there's a dead clone, and they find her, and then it's like they think she killed the clone, and it's a pretty cool like kind of framing there. It's a decent arc though. It explains how Ahsoka left. Like that's a huge bridging right there. This entire arc is a huge like plot filler because there's that whole like you have 5 seasons before this that are like, okay, Anakin has a Padawan, but he doesn't in Revenge of the Sith. How does she become not a Padawan, and how does he lose her? And it kind of fills in that gap really nicely as well. Like Ahsoka losing trust in the Jedi Order, pretty cool right there. That's pretty cool. I think that's where we're gonna leave it there. Just at A. Next, we have Ahsoka Lost. This is the one where I can't quite remember. No. This is the one where Ahsoka gets captured and she's like sent to this planet, like in the Hunger Games, basically, to what was it? Like she's against these Trandoshans, these like lizard things. She's trying to hide and survive against them with other captured Jedi, which is pretty cool. Um, this art gave me a lot of Republic Commando vibes because Trandoshans are, the game Republic Commando. They're everywhere throughout that game, and seeing them like hunting Jedi, like that's pretty sick. Especially like Ahsoka, who's one of the strongest Padawans. Um, it's a fine arc. How many episodes? It's like 2 episodes, right? Maybe one. I should really have like a listing pulled up. Anyway, it's a pretty interesting arc. I actually really like this one. It's not going in S tier. It's not an S tier arc. Um, but where do we put it? I don't know. Hello, Ace26. How you doing, dude? Um, trying to remember. I remember there's that fight with Ahsoka and like the lead Trandoshan, which is a pretty sick fight. And I remember Chewbacca being there. That's right. Chewbacca was in there somewhere. And Ahsoka frees him. So that's pretty cool canonization there. We'll throw it in the B tier because I like it there. Again, these are subject to change because we're going to get through a lot more arcs here. So just be prepared for that. Next up is Ambush. This is the first arc in the Clone Wars, if I'm correct. Season 1, episode 1 through like 1 and 2, maybe 3. But it's like the first big this is like the first arc besides the Clone Wars movie. So that's a pretty big step, I guess. A16, what's up? Oh, Ace26 and A16. Nice. Hello to both of you. I'm doing good on this Saturday. Ranking some Clone Wars arcs. I've actually never done this. It's good to get my thoughts out. Ambush. I remember like at the dentist office when you go there, they would like ask you what to put on the televisions above your head. This is so obscure. You may not even relate to this, but like you would ask them to like put something on while you're at the dentist, and I would say Clone Wars, and they put on the first episode. So I've seen this like at least 8 times, and I remember it so well. Like they go to what is it? It's the one with the Troidarians, like Watto species. I know that, and they're like trying to win them over to the Clone Wars. Really good politics for like the first episode. Surprisingly, like they go into depth with a lot of the politics of choosing a side in the Clone Wars. And also Yoda just like beating up thousands of droids is just so cool to see. He does that in 2D Clone Wars as well, so it's good they're kind of bringing some of the stuff into Clone Wars from there. Where did I put Ambush? And then you get the introduction of some iconic clones. I can't remember their names at all. I think one was like Jack or something, who actually survives all the way up until Revenge of the Sith. And he actually gets his head cut off by Yoda. He's the guy next to Gree. That's one of the clones in this arc, which I think is crazy. The whole like he's been with Yoda, that clone, I can't remember his name. He's been with Yoda from since the start of the Clone War, and he made it all the way up just for him to get killed by the guy he served with for years. That is so depressing. But anyway, you also get no, that's not. Jack is the commander one who dies a little bit later in the Clone Wars. We'll get to that arc, I'm sure. But yeah, and then there's a third clone who we never see again, which is disappointing because we see the other two. So where are we putting this? I'm liking the A tier. Just because the first arc, we'll put it back of A for now. It's just a pretty good arc. It also shows like Yoda's like appreciation of the clones, which I think was very well needed, especially like in Revenge of the Sith. We don't see that a bunch. Okay, next we oh wow, we're jumping into a good one right here. The Bad Batch. Their introduction on what planet were they on? Anaxes, was it? I want to say that's what it is. I get Clone Wars season 6. Oh no. I get Clone Wars season 7 and 6 mixed up sometimes with like the Bad Batch. I think that's how it is, right? I can't. I don't know how I always get this mixed up. Anyway, this is where Bad Batch is introduced. Um, and then is this part of the arc where they rescue Echo? I'm looking down here. I think it is. It's looking like this. I think so. We'll count it for now. Um, so the Bad Batch, dude, I love this arc. It's like this is peak Bad Batch strength wise right here. Like in the Bad Batch, I noticed like Wrecker literally lifted up a gunship, an entire gunship, which weighs like thousands of pounds, and flips it over. But in like the Bad Batch, he struggles to lift like a rock, and like I kind of find that disappointing. So, and then you got Crosshair there at his peak. The whole squad's together, besides Echo, of course, and I guess Omega. But dude, this arc is so cool. Introducing a new, not that we really needed a new clone specialist like division. We already have like clone commandos, ARC troopers, shadow troopers, all that good jazz, and we have another one. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But the Bad Batch, such a cool addition. They got their own show later, which is awesome. So, ooh, is this S tier? Ah, yeah, we'll put S tier for now, although it might change. Next is Onderon Rebels. I love this arc personally. A lot of people really don't because it's not. It's I don't know, but I like it because it introduces Saw Gerrera and his backstory and his sister Steela, and then it's a really good look into like smaller battles of the Clone Wars, like in the politics with this where the Republic can't help them. I forget why, but they just can't help them like in huge numbers, so they just send over Anakin and Ahsoka. It is kind of a side quest though. Like I don't know, it's not perfect. And me personally, I do not like side quests in Clone Wars. I prefer things to be straightforward and I want to see huge battles. I want to see big lasers because that's what the Clone Wars was. And we don't see a whole lot of that in the Clone Wars besides like Umbara, Geonosis, a couple others. But this one's good. It's a side quest, but it's also really cool. And there's some good like you see the early formations of the rebellion through Saw Gerrera right there. Like it's crazy that Anakin would later go on to inspire the thing that he would hate the most. Kind of some irony there. Despite that, it's top of B for me. It's way better than Ahsoka Lost, but not A or S tier, unfortunately. Now's a good time to say if you guys have any opinions on these arcs that are coming up later or the ones that I've already ranked, feel free to drop them. I would love to hear them because it's kind of lonely listening to my own opinions. So I would love to hear yours. A16 says he loves the first arc. Thanks, man. Or not thanks. That's cool. Yeah, yeah. First arc is pretty good. But again, the first season animation isn't great. But I'm not really ranking off animation, I'm ranking off story. Blue Shadow Virus. Man, this one, I don't like it at all. It's kind of cool. And then there's that level from, was it Lego Star Wars 3 that had this one with the boss fight of the weird scientist guy? I know there's like, I don't know, I got some nostalgia for this. Also, it being like kind of cool. Like they're wearing the hazmat suits, and you get the bomb squad troopers. Oh, I forgot about this. The bomb squad troopers are in this one. I think this is the only arc they're in too. And then you got those sick like Lego clones of the bomb squad. Oh, they're so cool. Anyway, arc by itself, I'm throwing in C tier by itself. It's not great by any means. Again, not a war, kind of a side quest, but it's a pretty. I mean, like it's an original side quest. I'll give it that. I won't spend too much time on it though. I don't remember a little bit of it. And actually, have Boba Fett's Revenge. This is the one with Mace Windu and Anakin on the Venator. This one's kind of sick. I always love a good like Boba Fett prequel arc, sort of. I would have loved to see more of it. If any of you guys know, the Clone Wars season 7 was canceled, and it was all gonna be all about like Boba Fett and him training with Cad Bane. I would have loved to see that, but it was canceled and replaced with the Martez sisters, which we all love, don't we? I would have much preferred the canceled arc. But you should do your own research. It's really interesting what the Clone Wars Season 7 was going to be. But Boba Fett's Revenge is an early look into that canceled arc. But I don't remember a lot of it. I remember he has a Slave One, he crashes it. He blows up a Venator. Oh, this is the one where he tries to kill Mace Windu. That's the one I'm thinking of. That's right. Yeah, he tries to kill Mace Windu, blows up the Venator, and then this is the one where Pons dies. Oh, this is a sad one. Man. Yeah, this is one where we lose the guy from the first Clone Wars arc. He dies in this arc here. Um, but again, it's really forgettable. Like I don't remember the whole story. I remember the parts of it, like not Jack, Pons. I remember Boba Fett. I remember Aura Singh and Bosk, and then Anakin and Mace Windu is stuck inside a Venator. And then, yeah, it's just not. I remember bits and pieces, but again, not a war. The first part is, I mean, you get to see Boba Fett as a cadet. That is pretty cool. I'm remembering more things now that I'm talking about it. I'll go here, middle of B. I like that. Next we have Bombad Jedi. Nah, this ain't it. It's a one episode arc about Jar Jar just goofing around. Do I want to see that? No. I saw enough of that in Phantom Menace. Thanks. Yeah, I'm good on that. Bombad Jedi is not great. I don't even remember. I just remember Jar Jar gets a hood, puts it on, and then like, ooh, Misa Jedi, and then he like goes about tricking droids and whatnot. Not a fun arc. Next we have Bounty Hunters. This is the one with Embo and a lot of other introductions to new bounty hunters, which is sick. And it's on Felucia, I believe. And then you got Hondo like raiding the villages. It's a pretty cool arc. I'll probably put it middle of B. I don't remember a whole lot of it. But I remember Embo being just sick, dude. Embo's like one of my favorite Star Wars characters. Not like he might be like top 10, but not up there, you know. Next is the Battle of Christophsis. Does this include the Clone Wars movie as well? I think it does because this image is from the Clone Wars movie. So I like this arc. Just the Battle of Christophsis on by itself is amazing, dude. This is exactly what I want the Clone Wars to be. Just a big battle with like a small side quest with Anakin and Ahsoka blowing up the shield generator. That's cool. And like and there's a bunch of build up in the Clone Wars show as well. There's a whole timeline debate about it. Not getting into that. Bunch of Star Wars nerd stuff. This is a solid arc right here. I might make A tier. Voice crack. Sorry. Ooh. I don't know. This is the definitive first arc of the Clone Wars. First opening scene of the Clone Wars movie. So we'll put it behind Ahsoka Framed. I like it there. Next is the Citadel. Ooh, baby. Yes, I love the Citadel. Citadel is amazing. Talk about a good arc right here. You get Pong Krell, who is literally a character from the Phantom Menace that they saw and were like, yeah, he'll be a character in this show. Like, that's sick. Sorry, quick water break. Citadel's good one. And then this is one where Echo supposedly dies, and then yeah, you get that whole shebang there. This is a nice. I keep saying that. I do remember stuff like a bunch of clones. There's like a bunch of booby traps inside, and you got this whole debacle about there being the wrong number of clones. Like you see clones die in some scenes, and then other scenes, it's really weird. Just go back when you watch this arc and just count how many clones are like behind the Jedi, and you'll come up with some discrepancies. Like there are more clones than there should be. It's just pretty funny. Other than that though, it's an A tier arc for sure. You also get Tarkin and Anakin, which just that dialogue by itself is super cool. I think it's better than Ahsoka Framed. I don't know. I'm keeping Ahsoka Framed in A because just that last episode is so good. But I don't know. Battle Christophsis might move up a little bit. For now. That's just how I feel. Next is Cloak of Darkness. I have no idea what this one is. I remember Luminara, Ahsoka, and Ventress fight. That's all I remember. I'm sorry, I don't remember anything else. Because of that, I'm gonna throw it in C. Top of C. I'm sure it's interesting, but again, I don't remember it. I just don't remember it. Next up is Clovis Returns. Wow, another bad arc. This one's worse than Bombad. Nah. This one has Thorn. Thorn's Last Stand, where he's like shooting the minigun. You've probably seen it on like a meme somewhere if you haven't seen it in Star Wars. But it's like him surrounded by droids and he's like going out strong. Great arc there. Yeah, but it goes in, or not great arc, great scene. But the rest of this is just so unbearable to watch. It's just politics, politics, politics. Embo is in this arc, so maybe it's not. No, I'm kidding. This is D tier for sure. We'll put it. No, put it back down in D. That's where it's gonna stay because I don't like it anywhere else. Next is D Squad. Get out of here. This is what I want to spew on right now. D Squad is terrible. This arc of a bunch of droids floating in space for an hour and a half. That's like 3 or 4 episodes. No, it is 4 episodes. Oh my gosh. Like I watched this for the first time and I was like, this is so boring. But that was when I was like 11. And then now that I'm older, I was like, you know, I want to rewatch this. It's probably not as bad as I think. I've got a long attention span now. I'm going to watch it. And no, it was not any better. It was probably worse. And it was so just hard to watch. I mean, the last episode is good. You get Gregor and a huge congregation of the Republic and then a conspiracy with droids. That's a cool episode, I guess. But the arc by itself is one of, if not the worst arc of the entire Clone Wars. I don't like this episode. I don't like these episodes at all. Don't like them. All right, next. Sorry, I got distracted for a minute. Next, we have the what is this? What does this say? Ethkoth rescue / deserter. This is the one where Ethkoth is captured by Grievous, I think, and then they crash on Seleucami and then meet with the like deserter clone. I remember that. Yeah, it's kind of coming back. Koth is a cool character, especially if you've read Dark Disciple. I won't get into that, but he's a cool character. And then you also got the deserter. That whole conversation with Rex is really interesting about like what you're fighting for, and I like that conversation has to echo in Rex's mind throughout the entire war because you see it kind of like echoing in him throughout the entire show. Like you see that conversation impact him in especially in like season 7 what it means to fight. Like it's such an interesting. Yo, Starbreak, glad I can make it. Love your videos. Thank you, dude. That's awesome. You ever watched Clone Wars, IJ Studios? Because that's who we're ranking today. Some Clone Wars. Other than that, it's a cool arc. I like it. I like it. It's better than Boba Fett's Revenge. Probably not as good as Onderon Rebels. Just because Onderon Rebels is, I remember so much of that. Ooh, next we got Domino Squad. Finally something interesting. These last like 4 have been really bad. Crazy how they put all these in one spot. Domino Squad. I think just looking at the rest of our stuff here, this includes Battle of Kamino, all that stuff. This is S tier 100%. It's better than Bad Batch. This is a great arc. Like this is the one of the first times we ever see clone troopers have emotions and brotherhood, compassion, camaraderie. all that stuff gives us such a new insight into these troopers who we first saw in Attack of the Clones as just brainless soldiers. Like, now we're seeing some real character development. That's great stuff right there. Anyway, S tier, no explanation needed. Next is Dooku Captured. This is the one with Hondo Onaka, funniest character ever, dude. Hondo's the best. Um, Hondo has his own really cool arc throughout all of Star Wars, really. Water break. And I remember this arc being on television so much. Like I must have seen this 100 times, but it's fine. Dooku, Obi-Wan, and Anakin all captured together is hilarious and definitely not something George Lucas thought of when he was writing Revenge of the Sith. I bet he never even imagined them working together in any circumstance. It's hilarious. But I'd probably put it right in front of Boba Fett's Revenge. Ooh. I'm going to move Bounty Hunters up. And then Dooku Captured can stay right there. I think I like it right there. It'll probably move up, if I'm being honest, just because it's such a memorable arc for me. Next is Duel of the Droids. Ugh, this arc. Most of it is cool. Like, Grievous is terrifying in this. As well as, like, you get cool clone introductions like Denel, some funny battle droid moments. But the whole droid thing is, like, kind of, okay. Yeah, this one where R2 gets captured, right? This ain't so bad. I'm fine with this. Let's go in front of Bounty Hunter. Wait, we have a lot in B tier. I might move Onderon Rebels up to A, just to kind of make some room. We'll put it right there for now. We're flying through these. Let's go. Next we have Five's Conspiracy. This is so good, dude. Oh, masterpiece, dude. Well, I mean, like, they could have written, like, Fives, they could have written his character out of the story just like they did Echo, just kind of blow him up. But they gave him such a hitting home arc that is just so masterfully done. Man got so close to discovering Order 66. I mean, this arc is epic, dude. And that, man, I almost cried when he died, dude. I mean, you have like so many episodes with him, and he's the last living member of Domino Squad, as of right now. We didn't know Echo was alive when this first came out. And man, this whole arc is just heartbreaking to watch. Just Five's not he got so close. Luckily his legacy does live on until season 7, but S tier for sure. It's better than Bad Batch. Might be better than Domino Squad. I think I'll put Bad Batch in front of it just because I rewatch Bad Batch more than Fives because it's fewer episodes, and it's a lot easier to watch. Anyway. Ooh, next we got Geonosis / Brain Invaders. I'm being honest. This arc, I would have split this up into two. I would have split up the Geonosis arc and the Brain Invaders arc. That's how I would have had things. But that's not how it is on this tier list, so we're just going to leave it like it. The Geonosis arc by itself is one of the best arcs in the Clone Wars. It has exactly what I want. A huge battle on Geonosis. Second battle of Geonosis. Epic, dude. Your favorite's the Fives arc? Yeah, Fives arc is S tier for sure. Anyway, Geonosis arc, amazing. The Brain Invaders arc, less good, but still pretty cool. I mean, the whole, like, Ahsoka and Barriss trying to hunt down the worms and stuff. You got that weird queen thing. That's such a creepy arc, too. Yeah, but... Okay, so for the Geonosis arc, I would put this in S tier, right behind Five's Conspiracy. 100%, that's such a cool arc. But for the Brain Invaders, it would probably go, like, around here for, like, in the ranks, in A tier. So to kind of balance it out, we're going to put it right there in A tier, right behind the Citadel. That's where I'm going to put it, just to kind of average things out. Just know that Geonosis arc by itself goes in S. Brain Invaders, back of A. Next is Holocron Ice. Wait, no. This is the first timeline introduction of Cad Bane, not his first show introduction. Fun fact, Clone Wars is not in chronological order. There's a few episodes that skip around. For instance, Domino Squad is skipped around for like across 4 seasons, and it's you kind of got to timeline some stuff. You don't have to. It's pretty straightforward. You can watch it chronologically and be fine, but just know that there are some things that aren't in order. For instance, Cad Bane, this is canonically the first time he was hired by what was his name? Palpatine? How did I forget that? And then the second time is the one where he blows up the Senate building. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This one, it's solid, dude. Cad Bane's like my third favorite Star Wars character of all time. I got a stop motion film coming out with him soon. Stay tuned for that. I dropped the trailer teaser thing this morning. Go check that out on the main channel if you haven't already. But man, it's an okay arc. There are better Cad Bane arcs in my opinion. We're getting there, hopefully. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure it's on the list. Do, do, do. Malevolence, Mandalore, Martez Sisters. Okay, it's on here. We're good. We're good. Okay, the best Cad Bane arc is on here. I just had to make sure. Holocron Heist is not that good though. It is kind of interesting though, I guess. You got the whole thing with hunting down Cad Bane. I'll put it behind. No, yeah, B tier. It's such an iconic arc though, so you got to give it some credit. Middle B-ish. Next is Jedi Crash. This is the one with Aayla Secura, Bly, and then you got that whole like separatist weapon that can destroy everything that is like living, like grass and people and stuff, and leave droids alone. And it's pretty cool. But also very memorable arc here. I'll put it above Dooku Captured. I do love like George Lucas had a lot of influence in this arc here, and he made it in like he made Anakin get injured in this one to make it look like he wasn't all powerful, which I think is really good storytelling. Anakin's injured for like over half of this arc, and it's such an interesting like scenario. But we'll put it I like B-ish. It's a little more realistic than Dooku Captured, so we'll put it there. B tier looks fine. I don't know. It might be better than Eth Koth. I think it is. You know what? Dooku Capture might be better too. Holocron Heist. Wow, this thing's moving down. Okay, it's not better than Duel of Droids. I like this one a lot. Nah. Okay, that's where it goes. That's where it's gonna go. Move some stuff around, but it's fine. Next is the Lair of Grievous. This is the one with Kit Fisto going sicko mode on Grievous. It's so cool. And then you got that random Padawan who's just there to die. Like, as soon as he gets introduced, yeah, he's not surviving. We don't see him anywhere else. He's not making it out of this. Lair of Grievous is sick though, dude. I remember first time I saw it, like Kit Fisto, we barely see anything of him. We see him in Attack of the Clones push over a droid, and then he smiles and walks away. That's it. And then in Revenge of the Sith, we see him, and he actually holds his own for a little while against Palpatine, which I think is awesome. Like, I think this entire arc, like, is kind of shows us why he was the longest to survive, other than Mace Windu. He like held his own for another good 5-10 seconds after the other two had died. So, Kit Fisto's pretty sick. We'll put this. I love this arc. It's A tier for sure, dude. I think front of A. See, it's hard to put stuff in C and D tier because Clone Wars is just so good. That just proves how good of a show it is. There's only a few arcs that are just lacking some. Next is Lethal. Oh, this is the one where Ahsoka has the visions about Padme Amidala. She's got to, or anyway, yeah, she's got to get like assassinated by Aurra Sing. That I remember this arc. This is a weird one though. Like Ahsoka getting visions and like knowing the future is like I don't know for a Padawan. It's just like I don't know. It's a new thing. It shows she's pretty powerful. And other than it's fine. I don't really care for it though. I don't have a special liking for it. We're gonna move Ahsoka Lost. No, 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 no. We can't move that down. I don't like it in C tier. Aura Singh is a cool character too. I didn't mention that. She's a cool bounty hunter. I kind of forget how much in Clone Wars she is because she's in there a lot. So where do we put this? I'm thinking, I don't know. C tier is fine. I just don't remember this one at all. I'm kind of indecisive. We'll put this one at top of C for now, just because I don't care for this one at all. This one's not cool. It's not as good as the Ahsoka Lost, so it's not going anywhere up here. So yeah, we're fine with that. Next is Lightsaber Lost. S tier. Lightsaber Lost is an S tier arc. Top of it. No, I'm kidding. It's not. I do love this arc though. Like just like not because of the story, but just because we see so much of Coruscant throughout this arc, and it's a really good lesson. Ahsoka learning patience is pretty cool. And then again, just seeing Coruscant, just a bunch of stuff. It's so cool to me. It's above Ambush. A tier, right in front of Ambush and behind Ahsoka Framed. That's where it's gonna go because I love this arc. That's just a personal preference. I mean, all of these are personal likings, aren't they? But anyway, I do love that one. Next is wow, we got a lot more to go. I'm gonna keep these brief here. Next is the Malevolence. The Malevolent. This is the first like big arc in the Clone Wars, isn't it? It comes after. What's it called? What does this one come after? The Ambush. I think that's what it is. Like the second arc with Plo Koon. This one's a cool one, dude. You have to throw this in S. Ooh, I don't know, because you got that whole like side quest with rescuing Amidala from the ship. That's kind of boring. See, if the Geonosis arcs were split up, that would make things so much easier. I don't know why, but it just does. Because I would put Geonosis arc up here, but I have to balance it out. Ugh. If only we could like, I don't know. I can't do anything about it though. Just how it is. Is there a way to like copy it? No. Okay. All right. We'll leave it there. It's fine. But where do we put the Malevolence arc? I like it a lot, but it's just like it's pretty cool. I rewatched this fairly recently too. The beginning is a lot more better than the end. The first two episodes are so cool. Last two, a little less so, but still pretty cool. We'll put it. I can't put it in front of Geonosis. We'll put it. See, I see the battle for Stasis, and it's better than that, but it's not better than Ahsoka Framed, is it? No, it is. Ahsoka Framed isn't that good. I keep thinking of just the last episode. That's why Ahsoka Framed is this high, because Ahsoka Framed is just it's pretty good. Not the best. But then we got Lair of Grievous, man. I don't know. I think Lair of Grievous is a bit too high. We'll move it down one. The Malevolence will go in front of the Lair of Grievous, behind Christophsis. I like that. We'll keep that there. That'll be fine. We got a lot more here. Next is the Mandalore Corruption. Is this the one? No, because this is the one with Obi-Wan here on the right, and this is the one with Amidala on the left. I don't like the first one. This one's just politics, non-stop politics. We'll put it. If only I could remember, like the Mandalore arcs are kind of mixed up for me sometimes, just because there's so many different ones. We'll put it top of C though, because I'm pretty sure this one is like the not important one. The Mandalore plot, on the other hand, is one of the best arcs ever. I like it in front of Battle Christophsis right there. I like it right there. That's such a cool arc. Martez Sisters. Lame. We'll put it middle D, just because I like it more than D Squad and Bombay Jedi. Yeah, that's where it's going to go. Martez Sisters is mid. What's your favorite stop motion you've made? Probably my favorite stop motion film that's out right now is the 212. My favorite stop motion film that's coming soon is Cad Bane, because once Cad Bane and Django releases, that'll be my favorite one, because it's so cool to me. I don't know. What's your favorite? Comment that. Next, we have Maul captures Mandalore. This is the whole like the beginning of this is so forgettable, dude. Like you totally forget that Maul like takes over Black Sun, the Pikes, and the Hutts in like a week. That's a huge feat right there. I gotta start putting some of these in S. Citadel, I'll put in S. Geonosis can stay. I think that's fine. Maul captures Mandalore. I think top of B is fine because I don't know. I think we might move Ambush down. I think we'll move Ambush down to here to B tier. Onderon Rebels can stay up here. That looks good because I just don't like Ambush up there. It's kind of getting cluttered for me. I know it's a good one, but next we have Maul's. What's that say? Resurrection? Okay, Maul's Resurrection, I guess. It's the one with Savage Opress at the end of season 5 or 6. Not a bad one, but Maul has better arcs coming up soon. Definitely a B tier type of situation here. We'll go. Is it better than Holocron Heist? I like Shadow Trooper. That's how I found you. Nice. I do like Shadow Armor. Just because I don't say one is my favorite doesn't mean it isn't. But Shadow Armor, I just like my 212 one better. And my Cad Bane Django. Because Shadow Armor is sort of an introduction for more films I'm working on. That's a bit of a teaser. But yeah, it's sort of an introduction for something. Can't say what just yet. Alright, we gotta start speedrunning these. Maul's Resurrection is actually pretty well done. It'll stay right there. It goes in front of Dooku Capture, actually. Battle of Mon Cala. Dude, this one's sick. Like, the Aqua Troopers and everything. Really cool arc. Although the prince, like, what's his name? The new prince dude is a bum. Dude, the dude can't make up his mind. Kind of a mid-leader, but he does get better in the Vader comics if you've read those. But yeah, he's a much better king after this arc. So I guess that is an arc for him. He becomes a better king as it goes throughout. So I guess that's a good thing. Battle of Mon Cala is right behind Ambush. I like it right there. Behind Ambush is good. Thanks for the teaser. Yeah, sure. Always share a few teasers throughout my live streams. Just because, I don't get a whole ton of viewers on my live streams. So I like to drop some teasers for the ones who are here. Next, we got the Mortis arc. I know this is a lot of people's fan favorites, but I don't like this one. I mean, I like it, but it's not like S tier. It's probably A. I like Bag of A. There's a lot of interesting lore stuff with this one, but it's Bag of A for sure. Night Sister Massacre? Dude, this one's amazing. This is the only real one where we see Grievous go sicko mode. Because Grievous gets so nerfed in the Clone Wars compared to, like, 2D Clone Wars. It's a whole debate, but Night Sister Massacre is alright. There's not really a huge Clone Wars implication here. Like, it's not a huge necessary story you need to watch. So we'll throw it probably in C tier. Or, sorry, B tier. It's right there. It's behind Holocron Heist. That's where we're going. Next is the Night Sisters arc. What is this one? I don't even see. I can't even see this image. Oh, this one was Savage Opress. The episode where what's her name? Asajj Ventress recruits Savage Opress is one of my favorite episodes. I don't know why. It's just a personal attachment. Um, Nice. I do like this arc though. I'll put it in front of Jedi Crash actually, because I like Savage Opress. He's a cool one. Oh, this is one where they try to assassinate Dooku too. That's definitely going to be top of B tier, ish. Next we have Nomad Droids. This is the one where I remember the Wolf Pack the most because you know the Wolf Pack clone troopers. They're like a fan favorite, but they're barely in Clone Wars. They're just like there sometimes, and this is the only one where I can really remember them being in here. But other than that, this one's not memorable. We'll go see. Um, no, this one's worse than that. This one's probably like middle of D. That's where it's going. That's not a good arc at all. Next, we have Obi-Wan Undercover. This arc right here is one of my favorite arcs. This is the one with the box. It's better than Five's Conspiracy. We'll put it middle S. The Rako Hardeen arc, while being a bit unrealistic, because, you know, Obi-Wan going undercover and Anakin thinking he's dead is a little, like, back and forth. Like, Anakin kind of turns to the dark side a little bit, but then he doesn't, and it's like, some things in Clone Wars are like, you watch Revenge of the Sith, and it's like, Anakin had a Padawan, that didn't happen. Like, it's hard to explain. Revenge of the Sith, you watch it, like, you watch it for the first time, you know Anakin doesn't have a Padawan. You go and watch Clone Wars, he has one. You go and watch Revenge of the Sith, he still acts like he never had one. Like, you can't, there's just some character arcs that go through in Clone Wars that just don't follow up into Revenge of the Sith. Obviously, because Clone Wars was made after the fact. But some Clone Wars episodes are super, super well done in integrating into Revenge of the Sith, and some are not. So, for example, what was the one I was thinking of? Like Dooku Captured, that one does not register into Revenge of the Sith at all. Neither does what was it? Yeah, Obi-Wan Undercover, not as much. And same can be said for the Mandalore plot with Obi-Wan losing Satine, his like the love of his life. So yeah, there's just some arcs that are unrealistic. Despite that, the Obi-Wan Undercover arc is so good. I watched it like 4 or 5 times because I needed to get some Cad Bane sort of ideas for my Cad Bane and Django stop motion film that's coming up. So I watched it to get a little bit of reference material. This is the best Cad Bane arc in my opinion. You just really see Cad Bane, like his tendencies throughout this entire arc. I can't wait for the Cad Bane video. I saw that short that you made. Thanks, dude. I can't wait either, dude. It's so good. I was editing some today, actually. I'll probably edit some more after this live stream is over, matter of fact. Next, we have Pursuit of Peace. This is the one where, like, the Clone Wars almost comes to an end, right? Where, like, they vote to pass the tax to make more clones or something. That's a weird one. I don't even know why this one was made. It's probably back of C. Yeah, this is back of C. You know, we're moving this down to D and moving Clovis Returns up to back of C. I think that looks fine. Let me get a sip of water real quick. Man, water just hits the mark sometimes. Ooh, next we got Rod of the Hutt. The worst part of the Clone Wars movie, in my opinion. This one does have the Battle of Teth, though. Top of C for sure. This one ain't great, but it ain't bad. It's pretty. It's mid. Next, we have Liberation on Ryloth, one of my favorite arcs ever. It's probably back of S tier, actually. S tier for this one. Just because, like, it's spread across different battles with different Jedi. You have Obi-Wan for the first one, and then Mace Windu for the second one, I think it is. I don't know. I can't really remember the other ones, but such a cool arc. Again, shows what I want out of the Clone Wars, a big battle. That's exactly what this is. So, now that I say that, I see Battle of Christophsis right here. I might move it up. Boop. There it goes. Well, no. But it'll go back down. But just know that I do love big battles in Clone Wars. I know it's unrelated to what your opinions are, but Maul Shadow Lord teaser. Glad you asked. I was waiting for somebody to ask that. I was going to talk about it at the start of the stream, but I was like, I might just jump into this. It might take a little while. Maul Shadow Lord, love it. I don't love Maul getting another story to himself because he's already had Clone Wars, a little bit of Rebels. He's had the end of the Solo movie, which amounted to nothing. He's had his own comics. He's just had a lot. And I'm kind of tired of him. But the trailer got me hooked. Like, okay, I'm ready for this. Let's see what this is. It better be good, because if it's not good, because Tales of the Empire and Tales of the Underworld were not good. So I've kind of like, my faith has dwindled for the Clone Wars animation, like Division. But this one looks differently animated a little bit. Some elements, like the lightsabers, look different. Other than that, I don't see a whole lot. The backgrounds do look really good. The Maul Shadow Lord trailer, there's a part, like, I remember there's parts, Maul throws his lightsaber at the end there, and, like, he cut, like, if you watch in slow motion, the TK troopers literally get cut in half. Like, the brutality of this one is gonna be crazy. And you also watch some other moments, like, um, this one guy gets, like, stabbed clean through the neck, which is kind of brutal. Like, that's gruesome for a Clone Wars show. So I can't wait for that. And then, at the end, if you watch it as well, like, you think he kills Marok right there, the Inquisitor, but if you watch it, like, it's a cut. He doesn't really kill him. I'm sure he does somewhere in the show, but not at that moment. But those just things I noticed. Let me know what y'all noticed below in the comments. That'd be great, because I might have missed something. I'll watch the whole thing in 0.25 speed, just find any details. I didn't find many, other than the Darth Maul, like, lightsaber thing. If you go and watch his lightsaber in Rebels, is built from an Inquisitor lightsaber, and we still don't know whose Inquisitor's lightsaber that is. And in the Maul Shadow Lord trailer, he's using some sort of new lightsaber we haven't seen. I don't know where he got that, but anyway, back to this. We got a couple more arcs left. Senate murders. It's not a good one, although it does explain the Umbara arc, like the whole why Umbara left the Republic. This explains why they left, because their senator got assassinated. It's probably top of D. No, back of C. I like that. Senate spy. What is this one? I don't even remember this one. Holy cow! This one must be terrible. We'll go middle D. Siege of Mandalore / Order 66. Why did they put these together? These are two separate arcs. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's still S tier. Probably top of S, if I'm being honest. This is the best arc in the Clone Wars. For sure. We actually might move Citadel back, just because I like Ryloth so much. Anyway, Order 66. Dude, this arc is so beautiful. Man, the last episode, Victory and Death, is the best episode in Clone Wars by far. So good. Anyway, moving on. Sphere of Influence. What is this one? Like, these politics episodes I have at the bottom here, I don't recognize. Probably because I've only watched them once and then, like, didn't care about them because they were more politics based than they were war based. I don't even remember this one, dude. This one's, like, not going very high. Where should we put it, chat? I have no idea what this is. We'll put it, like, here, I guess? I feel like I should know what that is, but I just don't. Next, we have the Disappeared. One of the most forgettable arcs ever, but I like it a lot. I think it's pretty interesting. Jar Jar is somewhat bearable in this arc, although it's not A tier, it's B for sure. I like it here. Right in front of Bounty Hunters. It's good. Yeah, the disappeared goes here. And B tier is officially 2 rows now. Great. Next we have, what is this? Trespass. Ooh, this is the one with like the Clone Wars, or the clone troopers on the snowy planet. One of the only times we see clones on a snowy planet. That's pretty cool. Other than like Revenge of the Sith. But this is a pretty cool arc. It's half political, half Clone Wars, you know? It's decent. It's not great by any means. Not better than Bounty Hunters. We'll put it there. Back of B-ish. It's a pretty good one, though. Not bad. Battle of Umbara. If I had my face cam on right now, y'all'd see me grinning into the camera. But Battle of Umbara, y'all already know where this is going. This is going top of S. No. It's better than Domino Squad, but top of S. Almost better than Siege of Mandalore. This is like the best clone arc ever. You get to see clones' humanity, camaraderie, everything I said before. So good, dude. Amazing. Stacy the Star, what's up? I found some cool minifigs and yeah. So I found some cool minifigs and I found 2 complete. I'm sorry, what? I found 2 complete. I got a Palpatine and a Rebel. Nice. Palpatine and Rebel, that's pretty nice. I need some more Rebel figures myself. Anyway, moving on. Mystery of Sifo Dyas slash Yoda's Journey. I really love this one. Yoda going to wait. I can't remember. What was it? Moraban, that's it, right? And then they changed the name because in Legends, it was called Korriban, but then in canon, it was changed to Moraban for some reason. And yeah, that's interesting. But it's going high, dude. This one's a good one. We might go like middle A. Yeah, I like middle A. It's better than Lair of Grievous. It's probably better than Malevolence. Malevolence probably going back behind Lair of Grievous again. This is where it's staying. It's a top of A situation here. The Younglings arc is next. Ah, man. This is the one with Gunji and like those kids. It's fine, I guess. The first episode is really cool where they get their kyber crystals, but other than that, it's just not great. Like the rest of it is like them getting captured by Hondo. Like we've seen that before with Dooku captured and then the Onderon arc over here. We've seen it before. So it's a little bit of a repeat here. And it's probably like top of B. No, sorry. I mean, bottom of B-ish. Yeah, that looks fine. We might move Ahsoka Lost. No, Ahsoka Lost is staying right there. Zillo Beast. Epic! Such an epic arc. We're going S tier for this one. I love this one. It has a one of the biggest battles of the Clone Wars at the beginning. And then Zillo Beast tearing through Coruscant is like Godzilla. It's epic. Zillo Beast is such a cool design too. And there's like the whole theory where like the Zillo Beast is force sensitive and knows Palpatine is the Sith Lord. That's why he's trying to kill him the entire time. Such a cool theory. Anyway, the Youngling arc felt like such a waste of time because it was surrounded by a few other non-plot progressing arcs. That is so true. And there's that whole like plot with the Kenobi, like his fleet getting destroyed or something. Like that's a huge part, but it's just sidelined by this stupid Youngling arc. It's really not that good. We might move these 3 bottom here down to C tier. And then maybe we'll see. I like what we have now though. Zilla Beast, where does it go? It's probably right there, but in front of Ryloth, behind the Fives arc. Because Zilla Beast is it's one of my favorites. Probably not. It's probably like B tier for most people, but for me it's S. That's so cool to me. Next we have Zero's Escape. Is this the one where wait, that's Sice Noodles, so no, this is the dumb one. Wait, no, this is the one with Cad Bane. I think. This is the one where Koth and Obi-Wan fight Cad Bane. This is an okay one. It's probably top of C. Just because like there's some good, some really bad. So, and finally, not sure why this is at the bottom, kind of a random throw in, is the Zygerian Slavers arc. This is a 4-episode arc, which is insane. It's a pretty good one though. This is like one of the episodes where like you can clearly see the animation has improved drastically. Like you just see it. Deals with a lot of Anakin's past. Then you got like I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one too. Again, not really that whole war aspect I'm seeing there. It's more of a side quest. Kind of a lame one there. I think we might. I keep thinking I want to move Ahsoka Lost in front, but then I'm like, no, Boba Fett's Revenge is pretty good. It's not great, but the Zygerian Slavers. Where do you put this? I really don't. This is not an important arc to the Clone Wars at all. This one's not like. We'll put it right there in front of Bounty. Bounty Hunters goes in front just because of Embo. I'm seeing the picture of Embo right here, and compared to this picture, that one has more aura. It's going in front of it. All right, so that is my ranking of the Clone Wars arcs. As far as I know, that was all of them off the top of my head. That's what I can think of. Wow. I got a lot in B tier. I'm not too happy about that. Maybe I could make like 7 tiers and sort of organize them up a little more, but I think I like it how it is. We'll be fine with 5 tiers. Anyway, thank you all for joining me today. It's been great. I think we're just capping off at an hour here, which is nice. That's what I like to do for streams. Just about an hour or so. And yeah. I love the Clone Wars animated series. Have you ever watched Rebels? Yes, of course I have. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I love Rebels. Rebels is amazing. First season is all right. Second season is only good up until the last 2 episodes, which are the best episodes in all of Rebels. Season 3 and 4 are epic because of Grand Admiral Thrawn, who's my favorite Star Wars character. That's my review of Rebels in a nutshell. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, thanks for joining. Thanks for everybody who joined, stuck with me all the way here. And yeah, Cad Bane and Django stop motion film coming out next week. Yeah, that's right. Next Saturday. So a week from today. And so stay tuned for that. It's going to be sick, dude. I'm so excited for this. Hyping it up. And yeah. Hope you have a great rest of your day. I'm getting off. Bye. Yeah, you too. Have a good rest of y'all's day. Thank you, and I'll see you